Hi, family, and welcome back to Deborah's Glad Tidings. It's a day after chemo, but it's a great day. I feel good. I actually feel good today. I don't have any aches and pains, and I can say it's truly a good day. I was with Gigi this past week, and Gigi kept me, as usual, in the streets and in the YouTube streets, even when I didn't want to be in the YouTube streets or the streets. And I just love her to death. Gigi at Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab. I just love her to death. And what I like about Gigi is my YouTube coach. She's not only my friend, she's my YouTube coach, because with me being a cancer patient, and for those of you who know about the diagnosis, you know that a lot of times you don't feel like moving. You don't have energy and different things like that. You don't even feel like eating or drinking. And those are the days that I have. And it's so funny because normally before I go to chemo, they pump me with all these steroids before I go and when I get there. So by the time I even get there, I'm so wired up, even the night before, that I don't know what to do. But even Gigi beat down the steroids, because Gigi had me so tired. I took the steroids, but when she dropped me off the chemo yesterday, I was real lethargic. And I thought about what my mom said. What's wrong with you? You on them narcotics? Oh, she said about people that be looking crazy and looking like they in another world. She be like, they look like they on them narcotics. What they were doing, smoking them crack and sniffing them reefers. She always would get it the reverse. And I'd be like, yeah, ma, all of that, So that's how I felt yesterday. Like I was smoking the crack and sniffing the reefers. And by the time I walked into the chemo place, and I did make a video yesterday, but that's only because I had to put my best foot forward in effort to do it, because Gigi was on me about it. But she knows how to get me motivated. When I'm not feeling like working sometimes on my own because of how I may feel physically, Gigi will throw me into a quick collab like she did when we did that rib challenge the other day to get me out there. So I love her to death. But anyway, she wore me out so bad till the doggone steroids didn't have me hyped up. But normally I'd be walking in that place looking at them people like, y'all can hang, huh? So I was so lethargic when I was in there. So the nurse kept looking at me. And she's like, are you okay? And I said, yeah, because I felt like I was moving in slow motion. That's how tired I was. And so she said, okay. And then they knew they hadn't even given me that Benadryl that knocks me out yet. And I'm already like so low. And the nurse looks at me again after a while, and she goes, now I'm really concerned because I said, well, what happened? She goes, you're just really not yourself. You're like from one extreme to the next. I've never seen you like this without the Benadryl. And I just said I was just tired, whatever. So Gigi conquered the steroids. She had me so tired. So I guess the steroids said they'll visit me on another day when Gigi wasn't around. So today the steroids must be decided they want to work now, because Gigi not there to knock them down. But anyways, I just love her to death. But I'm going to go ahead and try to do this 3 bottles of water challenge, because like I said, with chemo, oftentimes you don't want to eat, you don't want to drink. And what happened was, when I got home last night, I was still so tired, so tired, and I just wanted to come get in my bed and not even shower. But after I showered, as I had mentioned it, if you had saw my video about some facts about me, I am a minister. So after I showered, my plan was to just get right into bed and sleep. But that's when the Holy Spirit began to deal with me about a message. And really, it's been dealing with me all week. And I was back and forth between 2 messages that I had done years back, and I lost them. But last night, he took me in a whole new direction. And so I'm sitting there saying, Lord, I'm so tired. Not now. And, I kept hearing, well, if you can be up in the YouTube streets all night, you can be up with me. And as tired as I was, I pressed and stayed right there until I was finished with the message. But the funny part about it is, it's so funny how we always have our plans and God has another plan. Because I was like mapping out. I'm like, okay, so sometimes I stay up in the YouTube streets until about 3 or 4. Okay, so I got home from chemo, and you know my chemo days are long days. If anybody watched my video where I gave you an inside peek as to what goes on in chemo, I did a whole day of it. And I took you in from the time I took the ride over, clean back until the time I went through the process until the time I came back home. So it's a long ordeal. So I was there yesterday from almost 11 in the morning, and I didn't get home last night until about 7:30. So I was really worn out. So I was trying to map it out. I was like, okay, so if I work on this message now, and then till about 3 or 4, I stay in the YouTube streets about that time. And then my plan was to try to go to my exercise class this morning at 10. Then after that, meet a friend for lunch. But again, like I said, those were my plans. So I had it worked out. I said, okay, so if I get to sleep about 4, and I got to get up at 9, that'll give me at least 5 hours of sleep. But if I decide not to go to the exercise class, that'll give me an extra hour. So I get about 6 hours and then go meet my friend. Well, guess what? My plan wasn't God's plan. And I remember my son peeping in at me about 6:30 this morning. He was like, are you still up since last night? And I was like, yeah. He's like, what are you doing? I said I was in my word. And he didn't mess with that. He went on. Then I could remember him coming back again to peep in about 8:30 saying, you still up? I'm going to work. So that's when I was released to lie down and sleep. So I had to text my girl and say, hey, I can't do the lunch thing, and I'll check you later. So then I slept from 8:30 up until about an hour and a half ago. So that means with me sleeping like that, I have not had any fluid intakes nor food. So I'm going to go ahead and usually I try to drink my water. My goal is a gallon a day. So I have it where I even sometimes label my bottles. Every 2 hours, I'll drink a bottle of water. So I'll label it. But you see, we're well into the late afternoon, and I haven't had any fluid intake since I've laid down, and I haven't had anything to eat all day. So I may try to make this a double challenge. Gigi been challenging me to do this water, but Carter Eats gave Gigi a challenge to sing in the Starbucks place when you order your food. So you know, singing, that's down my alley. Whether anybody think I can or not, you know, every break I get, I'm trying to sing. So since I have to get something to eat, and I'm certainly not standing over a stove, I may do that challenge later on, but we'll see how it goes. Well, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this challenge. So as you can see, I have my 3 bottles of water. So let's get this party started. Ball number 1. Bottle number 2. File number 3, yay! I did it in way less than 2 minutes. Whew, I guess I was really dry. But anyways, if I have some room in my stomach after this water I just drank, I think I might swing by Starbucks and take Carter Eats up on that challenge she gave Gigi to sing. Whew, that took my breath away while I'm in that Starbucks line. Thank you, family, for sharing that challenge with me. And as I always say, may his peace be with you until we meet again. And always remember, I have a will to live. I love you. Bye-bye.